To prove here, cosec to the power of 6a minus cot to the power of 6a is equal to 3 cot square a cosec square a plus 1. Okay, this is what you need to prove here. Okay, so we start from the left hand side. Cosec to the power of 6a minus cot to the power of 6a. See that what you must note here, cosec to the power of 6 can be written as cosec cube a whole square minus cosec, cot cube a whole square. Or you can either break the power this way, or you can also break it up this way. Cosec square a whole cube minus cot square a whole cube. That is, you can break this up as a difference of two squares or a difference of two cubes. Either way, it is going to work. Okay. In the notes I have solved it this way. Okay. So let's try it the other way. Suppose if I am to break it up in this manner, then what would happen? See that this is a difference of two squares, so you can write this as cosec cube a plus cot cube a plus b form into a minus b. Cosec cube a minus cot cube a, right? So now what will happen? This is your a cube plus b cube form. This is a cube plus b cube form, and this is a cube minus b cube form, right? And you know a cube plus b cube formula from your class 9 factorization. You break it up that way. Okay, so we have for the first one cosec cube plus cot cube, a cube plus b cube, we have a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square, right? And for the second one, you have a cube minus b cube, which is cosec a minus cot a into, this is a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square, right? Now you see cosec plus a into cosec minus a. You multiply these two to get cosec a plus b into a minus b will give you a square minus b square, right? And for the other one, write this as it is. Okay. So now you know cosec square minus cot square is 1. So all that you are left with is this and this, right? So what you do here is you take cosec square. In the first one, you take cosec square and cot square together. Cosec square a plus cot square a. And you write minus cosec a cot a. And for the second one, you do the same thing. Cosec square A plus cot square A plus cosec cot. Right? Now, if you see here, if you consider this as your A, this as your B, so this is A minus B, and this is A plus B, which is again equal to A square minus B square. So we write this as cosec square A plus cot square A whole square minus cosec square. Let me write this as cosec A cot A whole square. Cosec A cot A whole square. So this is A square minus B square. Now the first one here, you can expand by A plus B whole square. So you get cosec to the power of 4A plus cot to the power of 4A plus twice cosec square A cot square A, and this one will become cosec square A cot square A. Okay. So you have cosec to the power of 4A plus cot to the power of 4A plus cosec square A into cot square A. Okay. Now you have cosec to the power of 4 here. So cosec square A plus, from these two, you take these two together. The first one and this one. Okay. So you have cosec to the power of 4A plus cosec square A cot square A plus cot to the power of 4A. Now from these two, I can take cosec square common. Okay, from these two, I can take cosec square common. So I get 1 plus, this is, okay, I cannot take common here. Just give me a minute. What you do here is you write this as cosec square A whole square plus cosec square A cot square A plus cot to the power of 4A. Okay. So now cosec square A is 1 plus cot square A. Right? This is just, instead of writing it this way, what you do here is you take these together, cosec square and cosec to the power of 4A and cot to the power of 4A, you take together, plus cosec square A cot square A. Now what you must note here is that A square plus B square is equal to A minus B whole square plus 2AB. Right? This identity, remember, this actually we are getting from, we get from a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, we actually get this identity from this. Fine. So now cosec to the power of 4 plus cot to the power of 4 can be written as cosec square a square plus cot square a square. So this is a square plus b square form. And a square plus b square, if you see, a square plus b square is a minus b whole square plus 2ab. So cosec square a minus cot square a whole square. So this is a minus b plus 2ab. 2 cosec square a cot square a plus cosec square a cot square a. Now cosec square minus cot square is 1. And these two, if you add up, you will get 3 cosec square a cot square a. Okay. So that is what was our right hand side was. And that is proved. So this here I have worked this out in a different way. That is, instead of breaking it up as cosec, instead of breaking it up in this way, cosec square a whole cube minus cot square a whole cube. Instead, I broke the power as cosec cube square minus cot cube square. So I first did the difference of two squares and then use the cubic formula. If you see in the problem here, note I've done just the other way around. Okay. We move on to the next problem. The next problem is again a tough one, a long one. You have to be a little patient with the next problem. The next problem here is 28(2). To prove cosec, or 27(1), sorry. This is 27(1). To prove cot theta plus cosec theta minus 1 divided by cot theta minus cosec theta plus 1 is equal to 1 plus cos theta by sin theta. Fine. Now you see on the right hand side, you have to show that this is equal to sine and cos. If you see, this right hand side contains sine and cos only. That means obviously this is pointing toward the fact that you will have to change the left hand side to sine and cos and then proceed. So let's write the left hand side first as it is, and then we'll change to sine and cos. We change cot to cos by sine, cosec to 1 by sine, again cot to cos by sine, plus 1. Fine. Now you take the LCM in the numerator and denominator. LCM in the numerator will be sine theta. So you get cos theta plus 1 minus sine theta. And the denominator, you will get cos theta minus 1 plus sine theta. divided by sine theta. Now this cancels off. Okay. So what are you left with? You are left with cos theta plus 1 minus sine theta divided by cos theta minus 1 plus sine theta. Right? So now what to do? You see, cos theta plus this can be, if you take 1 minus sine theta together, and in the denominator, if you keep minus outside, this becomes 1 minus sine theta. If you see in the denominator and numerator, you have a plus b form, and in the denominator you have a minus b form, right? So what you do is you multiply the numerator and denominator by a plus b, that is just opposite to the form that is in the denominator. So you have cos theta. First write the numerator as it is, plus 1 minus sine theta. And because you have a minus sign here, we will multiply this with cos theta plus 1 minus sine theta. Divided by cos theta, write the denominator, minus 1 minus sine theta. And because we are multiplying the numerator and denominator by cos theta plus 1 minus sine theta, we write this. Okay, once we have multiplied the numerator and denominator by cos theta plus 1 minus sine theta, now you see the numerator becomes a perfect square. Cos theta plus 1 minus sine theta whole square. And the denominator becomes a difference of two squares. Cos square theta minus 1 minus sine square theta. Right? 1 minus sine theta whole square, sorry. 1 minus sine theta whole square. Fine. So now the numerator we expand now by a plus b whole square. So you get a square, which is a is cos theta. So a square plus b square, 1 minus sine theta, plus twice ab. Divided by square theta minus, now 1 minus sine theta whole square also we expand. So you get 1 plus sine square theta minus 2 sine theta. Okay. So now in the numerator, you are left with cos square theta, and again 1 minus sine theta whole square you expand. You get 1 plus sine square theta minus 2 sine theta plus 2 cos theta into 1 minus sine theta. We write this as it is. Divided by, and here you have cos square theta minus 1 minus sine square theta, okay, minus 2 sine theta. Okay. Now in the numerator, if you see this cos square theta and sine square theta, they will combine to give you a 1. And you already have this 1 here. So 1 plus 1 minus 2 sine theta plus 2 cos theta into 1 minus sine theta divided by, out here you write the denominator as it is, cos square theta minus sine square theta minus 1 minus 2 sine theta. Now in the numerator, if you see 1 plus 1 combines to give you a 2 minus 2 sine theta plus 2 cos theta into 1 minus sine theta divided by cos square theta minus sin square theta minus 1 minus 2 sin theta. Now see, 2 can be taken common. So you get twice 1 minus sin theta plus 2 cos theta divided by 1 minus sin theta. See, in the numerator, you are getting 1 minus sin theta and 1 minus sin theta. It means the next step, I can take 1 minus sin theta out. So I get cos square theta minus sin square theta minus 1 minus 2 sin theta. So in the numerator now, if I take 1 minus sin theta out, I'm left with 2 plus 2 cos theta divided by cos square theta minus sin square theta. See, I'm not touching the denominator right now. Why I'm not touching the denominator right now is because I want to see what form numerator takes. Then I will touch the denominator. Twice 1 minus sin theta into 1 plus cos theta, right? So see, I am getting in the numerator, I'm getting two factors, 1 minus sin theta and 1 plus cos theta. 1 minus sin theta is there, right? So now, if I am to, how will I adjust the denominator? If I change either this sine square to a cos square or this to a sine square, okay, then I might get the numerator. Then I might get one factor which will get cancelled. Okay, so see in the proof, if you see proof, you have 1 plus cos theta in the numerator. You see this, and we are getting this here. We are getting this here. That means this is something that will cancel. Okay, so let's see how it will cancel. We have to adjust the denominator accordingly. Okay, so what you do here is you convert this cos to a sine. So you write this as 1 minus sine square theta minus sine square theta minus 1 minus 2 sine theta, right? Denominator, numerator, you keep it as it is, twice 1 minus sine theta into 1 plus cos theta divided by, now if you see that in the denominator, you have 1 and you have a minus 1. So this plus 1 and this minus 1 will cancel. So you're getting and this minus sine square will give you minus 2 sine square theta minus 2 sine theta. So now keeping the numerator as it is, now from these two, I can take minus 2 sine theta out. There has to be some change in sign here. This is plus 2 sine theta. See, when I'm opening a bracket here, I have changed the sign of this minus 1 minus sine square theta. So this should become a plus. So now I need to just change the sign of all this. This is plus, this is plus, 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 and this is plus. So now what I can do is from these two, if I take minus 2 sine theta out, or simply take 2 sine theta out, not minus 2. If I take 2 sine theta out, I'm going to get 1 minus sine theta, right? So now this 2 will cancel. 1 minus sine theta, 1 minus sine theta will cancel. You get 1 plus cos theta by sine theta, which is your right hand side. Proved. Okay, this was a long one. You have to do a little patiently. Okay, but if you can do, it's good. But this is mostly from your class 11 syllabus, not class 10. The sum is mostly in your class 11 syllabus. Anyway, we'll proceed with the next one. 28 2. So let's see what 28.2 has. To prove cosec A minus sin A sec A minus cosec A into sec square A. You have to prove that this is equal to tan A. Okay, we start from the left hand side. Okay, the obvious thing that comes into your mind is everything is cosec and uh, sec. Okay, and there's a tan. So that means obviously you need to change everything to sine and cos. So you change cosec to 1 by sine A, and this will remain sine A. Change sec to 1 by cos, cosec to 1 by sine. And you can change this sec also to 1 by cos square. Now I take the LCM, 1 minus sine square A divided by sine A. And here you take the LCM, LCM will be sine A cos A. So here you get sine A minus cos A into 1 by cos square A. Here 1 minus sine square A will become cos square A by sine A into sine A minus cos A divided by sine A cos A into 1 by cos square A. So now this cos square and this cos square is going to cancel. And what are you left with? You are left with, okay, this is cos A, not, I made a mistake while copying. Question is cosec A minus sine A into sec A minus cos A. This is cos. Fine. So this, if this is cos, then this becomes, we keep this as cos. So 1 by cos A minus cos A. This is also cos. Okay, so 1 by cos A minus cos A. Now you take the LCM, cos A, 1 minus cos square A. In the next step, 1 minus cos square becomes sine square A by cos A. Now clearly this cos square will cancel. Sine A will cancel here with one sign in the numerator. You simply get sine A by cos A, which is equal to tan A, which is equal to right hand side, and that is the required proof. Fine. 29.2, last problem for the day. To prove tan square A by 1 plus tan square A plus cot square A by 1 plus cot square A is equal to 1. Start from the left hand side. Tan square A divided by 1 plus tan square A plus cot square A divided by 1 plus cot square A. You know that sec square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. So here, for the first fraction, the denominator is sec square A. For the second fraction, numerator we keep unchanged. And you know cosec square A is 1 plus cot square A. So 1 plus cot square A you can write as cosec square A. Now here you can change tan to sin and cos, sin square A divided by cos square A, and you can change sec to cos 1 by cos square A, plus you can change this to cos square A by sin square A, and you can change cosec to 1 by sin square. So cos square A will cancel, so you're only left with sin square A here, plus, and here sin square and sin square will cancel, you're only left with a cos square A here, which is equal to 1, which is equal to your RHS, and that is what you had to prove. Okay, so I'll stop here.